You dig? Not this bag. This bag. Trying to break our fast, you know. We're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna do this the right way. Let me make sure my app's closed. Yeah, we're about to have a good experience. So, on God, thank you that didn't break. Look in here. Let me see when these expire. I'm like, maybe I want to do some cassava flour tacos at some point, or maybe they expire already. Oh, I got something for these. I might do some cassava flour salmon tacos today. Might. And just do quinoa and beans as my beans, you know, plate type shit. So moving on. Crack these eggs. Four of them. Broadcasting this life we live because at the end of the day, as of now, if it were to play out how it's projected to play out as of now, my bloodline, regardless, my bloodline is going to be a part of humanity. You dig? So my purpose is to show my bloodline the right way to live. So I gotta show humanity the right way to live. You dig me? So that's why we doing this video. What's happening, Gabe? Lock in, brother. We about to break our fast with this healthy ass meal with these oats. You know what I mean? See, just because we're recovering, we're not sedentary. I will have at least 20K steps today. Had at least 20K yesterday. Had around 20K the day before. You know what I mean? I do about 20K steps a day. That's what it is. We don't live a sedentary life. See, a lot of people, when they first start doing 20K steps a day, they can't even lift weights. I do 20K steps a day and I still lift weights. Listen, here goes the thing. Your primary focus shouldn't be dating. Your primary focus as a man should be improvement, period. Why? Because at the end of the day, you're the builder and sustainer. And that's what it's going to be. And I mean, it's mankind in general. Primary focus should be improvement. Just don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? It's easy to get lost in the sauce out here. Come on, how did dating become a status symbol? It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. What you need to be focused on is improvement. At the end of the day, it's healthy for you to be out here mating though. However, you have to recognize you're in America and be intelligent about it. If you're out here mating and breeding is different. See, you can be out here having sex without having intentions to have kids. Do that if you're gonna do it. However, if you're out here breeding, you gotta get them agreements. You gotta get a contract to protect yourself out here, because you're not trying to give up that much of your finances, and you should always be trying to gain more finances, more access to finances. You should never be lulling yourself in the mindset of, oh, me and babe booed up all day, day to day. That's not going to be healthy for you. That's going to get you left. When she turns 40, when you turn 40, she's going to leave you. She's going to take half because you did everything you told her to. You invested your life and your energy and intentions into her, and you lost yourself. You no longer got the fuck style. You out here depressed, drinking beers, watching football. She's going to leave you unless she's lost herself as well. That's just the reality. So that's all I'm really, trying to display here. And I'm going to live that life because, you know what I mean? All great nations collapse when they become godless. But as the Bible said, if one man in the city is a man of God, then I will save the city. So all it takes is the impact of one. With great power comes great responsibility. So here I am, I'm living it out. I showed y'all me when I was unhealthy. So it's only right that I show y'all in my health, myself, because I want to show y'all what man is meant to be. Every day is feminine in my eyes, for sure. For sure it is. It is. It's emasculating. Anything that is taxing you, anytime the tax is your testosterone levels, you know what I mean? Anytime that's the tax, that's why I make my conversations on my channel is all in truth, right? So that's why I say to whom this concerns, long and peace, whatever y'all want to call me, motivating and inspiring. Because see, look, the chats we're going to have here, the content here is going to inspire you, which is going to boost your testosterone. It's going to lead you to doing things to boost your testosterone. I'm not about to tell you no weak ass shit. I'm not going to lead you into no weak ass bullshit that's going to make you comfortable and lead you to activities that's going to reduce your testosterone. That's ridiculous. I'm not living that life. I love you too, baby. How you doing? We in here. It's all about, you know what I mean? It's all about that love. How you doing, baby? I hope you having a beautiful day, because that's what it's about. We come in here and we try to motivate the world just to be more authentic and, talk it, mean it, walk it, love it, and keep your third leg strong, because the ladies need to enjoy that, you know what I mean? The ladies, they deserve that. Y'all ladies, y'all deserve us to walk around with strong third legs and a strong mentality to let y'all know y'all are beautiful, and y'all beauty is inspiring us to rise up, literally. You feel me? So we breaking our fast with the right meal, not the wrong meal, not the hype meal. No, we not throwing down 8 eggs, 12 eggs on this plate. Talking about this is how you get high testosterone. Man, rise up, literally, for sure. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. When I switched from 6 eggs today to around 4 eggs a day, some days I only do 1 or 2 eggs, but around 4 eggs a day, I'm just gonna be honest with you. My results with the around 4 eggs a day is way better. I'm sturdy. I'm a sturdy man. Very sturdy, very strong in the pants. Morning wood every day, motivation every day. 6 is overdoing it. So here's the thing. Too much good cholesterol becomes bad cholesterol. That's the reason. Too much good cholesterol turns into bad cholesterol. Even though eggs have good cholesterol, too much good cholesterol will turn into bad cholesterol. Because unutilized cholesterol, unproductively utilized cholesterol, will always turn negative at some point. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. The 4 is perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? See, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This year, everybody, if you're catching this live stream after it was posted, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, put in your post notifications. This year, upcoming year, I'm gonna show y'all something. We're gonna get into something. We're gonna get into what is real life. For real. Because the reality is the trended lifestyle is not the befriended lifestyle. Listen here. Love isn't about making a half-assed commitment and draining 5 to 10 years from one another in order to let one another down in the end. Love is about coming forward with the truth of who you are, what you expect, what you want, what you require. And when someone resonates a matching frequency and a harmonious frequency and actually embraces that, is inspired by that and motivated and is becoming their sustainable best self, do that as well. That is what love is. So start with yourself, because when you recognize what love really is, you'll realize that you out here in the club, you're not gonna find that. I'm not saying don't go to the club though. Me, I'm sober. And guess what? I still go to the club every now and then. I'm not in the club every weekend. Not in the club twice a weekend. I'm in the club probably 2 to 3 times a month. I'll be in the club more than that if I want to in the future, depending on how I'm feeling. I don't pay to go to the club. I get in for free. The club I go to, if I wanted to drink, I drink for free. I don't drink. There's no reason for me to drink. I go to the club to hit my ooh, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the club dancing, getting extra steps. By the time I leave the club at 2 in the morning, that was a 30,000 step day. You feel me? I'm just in there, just being upright and moving, because I wasn't gonna sleep this night, and or because the workload of the week was big, and maybe somebody ticked me off a little bit, so I hit that club and I danced that all out. Functionality, making sure them hips still hitting right. Some people go rock climbing, some people go to the club and hit that and also I'm looking, peeping around the club, seeing who's scoping me, just to make sure I know I'm still scopable. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. That's why a lot of these modern day women are living out their testosterone better than a lot of you boys. It's because they still paying attention to who's scoping them. And through paying attention to who's scoping them, they stand motivated and inspired to be better. Because when they go to the club and not as many hits turn, they recognize why. It clicks, and then they get inspired to change that. When they see more hits turning, they recognize why. And it keeps them locked in, loaded. It is what it is. When I said I want a stripper to fall in love with me, you thought I was a P? Nah, I ain't no P. At the end of the day, here goes the thing, man. I'm 29, right? I get it. It's America. They trying to beat your mind up. Bro, you don't even become capable of really having enough experiences and knowledge to be actually the embodiment of success until around this age. I'm gonna just be honest with you. We live in a coddled society. We are not Mexico. We are not Africa. We haven't been out here being grown men for the most part. Listen, I was in the streets starting at a young age. That did not make me a man. The grown men in the streets is for the most part little boys. You know what I mean? They just grown men bodies, but little boy mentalities. It's a little boy life. So in America, because there is not much, there is poverty, right? But there's not constructive poverty. What do that mean? Okay, crime isn't gonna be the route. We gotta go and get a bucket of water, fetch a bucket of water. We gotta go build something to get that money right. You can't even start doing that until a certain age over here. Listen, bruh, it's gonna take you some years to get into your real wisdom of experience to become what is a successful embodiment of a man. And that's just the reality. I'm at that point. And the reality is I got a lot of this and that to let you know. Like, a stripper will bring me way more abundance in life than listen here. In America, I'm gonna just tell the whole truth. 85% of the men are below average, and 85% of the women are also below average. That's just the reality in America. And because of that, by default, just because of the what's necessary, the necessary requirements of the job, you'll find yourself a good amount of strippers that are actually, I'm gonna keep it 100, in the top 10% of American women, straight up. And I'm not talking about because of the finances. I'm talking about this woman has a reality. She knows the reality because she's in an environment where men feel free to be themselves. Also, this woman has to keep her body in shape, you know, enough to perform them dances. You know what I mean? She has to keep her body in shape enough for the daily activity. Also, this woman just not being confused in what a man wants in reality, she is able to understand a man better and understand the difference between man A versus man B versus man C. These things automatically put her in the top 15% or top 10%. That woman with a 300K salary, obese stomach, and a boss mentality, stop it. She's in the top 1% of finances, but as overall woman, she's in like the lower 80%, and that's just the reality. She's or actually, because most people are less than 85%. No, she's in the lower 80%. I'm gonna just be real. She's in the lower 80%. She can't ride nothing. She can't ride meat stick. She doesn't understand the biological difference between her and a man. She's actually gonna go to the club looking for one. Like, oh no. Every time I've been to the strip club 2 times in life. Every time I made great connections. You know what I mean? Of women who showed me off the jump. I will buy your life. I mean, I don't go too often because I'm not looking for it. I just know if the going gets rough, or even if if I get to the to reality, you know what I mean? If I get to the too real with life, and I recognize that these women who view themselves as above that, here go the thing. If you are an obese Walmart worker as a woman and you view yourself as above a stripper, by default, now I'm not talking about, listen here, like for example, I bartend, right? And I serve food. Here's the thing. A lot of people that do the same line of work with me, they're the type to have one good day at work and then call out the next day. That's why they never get ahead. They're the type to go and make 150 drinks during their shift, make a good amount of money, get drunk their whole shift as well, and then also go spend $150 out of the $350 they just made on drinks again after the shift, and do this every single day. They're not getting ahead of the game. Me personally, I'm consistent. I'm every day with it. I don't drink. I don't even eat out. I don't do the things, you know what I mean? I'm not throwing the money back away. It's 100% different. So the stripper that's going to the strip club, getting a little bit of money, blowing it on drugs and alcohol, yeah, she's going to find herself where you are, Miss Walmart. an obese stomach. She's going to find herself where you are. She's crashing out her hormonal system. She's going to be where you are for sure. She's crashing out her mind. Her body will follow. It's really that simple. However, if she's just going in there, hitting that pole, seducing a bunch of lame ass niggas and getting that money and not giving nothing except for her time in exchange for the money, then the reality is she's gonna have a nice fit body. She's gonna be an able performer. And you know what I mean? And she gonna have good enough pockets to where the reality is she's a better woman than you. It's just the reality. Now, them poles a lot of times be dirty, so you got to factor all of that in. She should be up there with a disinfectant wipe, things of that nature. But the reality is, you know what I mean? It's just the reality. Not only that, she's gonna be more likely willing to transition into, say she get a boyfriend, a man, right? See, you not a hoe because you make OnlyFans content. You could literally make OnlyFans content and be a couple. And what are you now? You're just somebody who has more access to money, more access to entrepreneurship, and you still got one sexual partner. It doesn't make you a hoe. It could be a motherfucker who refused to make OnlyFans because they care about their family's opinions as a grown adult, which is holding them back, puts them in a low percentile of adults in general. That is out here with getting 8 new bodies a year. I mean, so it is what it is. We just have to just recognize that it is what it is. Now, this food is too hot for me to eat at the current moment, so I'm gonna utilize this time wisely. Cause see, after this live stream, I'm gonna go take a walk outside, get some extra sunlight, do a little bit of basic people watching. Yeah, I mean, just to see. It inspires me for the videos I make. One thing I seen walking from the grocery store was I got inspiration for a video I'm gonna make. That's gonna be titled "All Attention Isn't Right Attention." Man, there's people out here. Listen, man. It's gonna be a prequel to that video. It's people out here. It's big Becky's out here that'll sit here and tell a man that's barely average, you know, all the best things in the world because she knows it'll hypnotize him. He'll get to performing for her. She a big Respucia Becky. You think she don't got that same attention for the next nigga that's barely average? She does. However, he'll be hypnotized out of 5 hours per day of his life for the next 10 years or more. Some of them will be hypnotized out of a lifetime based off of that attention from a motherfucker who not even paying themselves enough attention. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, all attention isn't good attention. You out here doing that, wasting time chatting that up. The next nigga, aka me, I'm out here trying to become the best I can be so I can get attention that at least pays, and pays very well. Yeah, I mean, all attention ain't the right attention, my brothers and sisters. That goes for y'all ladies too, because y'all the queens of saying, settling for just some attention. Y'all gotta get over that. Well, he acts like he wants me more. That's because he's more desperate. That, if you will see your ancestor, the primal woman, she'll see the nigga that acting like that and be like, I gotta get away from this nigga. This nigga gonna get us killed. This nigga gonna make my sons weak. Ain't no way he got good seed. This old lame ass nigga want me. I'm just a mere woman. Yeah, that's her mindset. She gonna be like, what's going on with this nigga? You know? Till you 30? Shit. I'm hoping, hey, listen, at least listen. See, and this is why I'm here. You can get started with doing what you need to do earlier than I did. Cause me personally, nigga, and you know, I'm in a cool relationship. But at the end of the day, I'm not fake, bro. I'm a realist. Most relationships end. And most relationships end because of disagreements. Therefore, I'm in a relationship, but we haven't agreed upon how our lives is gonna go. We just simply haven't. We enjoy each other, we love each other, but we haven't come to agreement on how this, how this future, how this life, one another's lives is gonna go out. We haven't. That's the reality. So I'm sitting here comfortably recognizing that, yes, I'm in a relationship. Clearly, I have not yet become the man I need to become to be able to say that my romantic life is sorted and well together. It's not. If my romantic life was sorted and well together, in reality, at this phase of my life, I wouldn't have somebody, I wouldn't be in a situation where somebody expects that in the best phases of my life that I'm not going to have multiple sexual options. It's just the reality. Here's the thing, women. Y'all early 20s, y'all early 20s, that's y'all best sexual opportunity, and y'all support one another to the fullest and going out and doing what you do. I don't have a problem with that. Where I have a problem is when y'all get out of that early 20s and then y'all got a nigga that's in his mid to late 20s, early, mid to late 30s, early 40s, because that's our prime cycles, mid 40s even for some of us if we maintain well. Y'all have a problem because we have a longer span than y'all. Y'all have a problem and y'all want to keep us. No, be the same support system that you was for your girlfriend when she was getting dick appointments. Be the same support system for us. And if you're not, I'm settling for a feminist. That's just the end of the discussion. There's nothing you can manipulate or say to reconstruct the reality of the statement I just made. It's fact-based. So that's just what it is. I'm just a real nigga about it. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to ever settle for any type of relationship that seems like it's ownership dependent. I'm a black American man. Slavery is over, my baby. 21, I don't want to be romantic per se. It just mean attracting the top tier woman who will invest in me. Amen. Because at the end of the day, she doesn't really want you to invest in her. She wants you to want her. She wants you to desire her. If you invest in her and you are now not investing in yourself, and I'm going to tell you the truth, you don't have time for two investments in life. We live and we work. You don't have time for two investments in your life. You're either going to invest in yourself or invest in her. Yeah, it sounds good to her. Oh, you can just, well, you can, when you're not investing in me, you can invest in yourself. No, when I'm not investing in you, I'm at work. When I get off of work, now I either have to invest all of my time in you, or I have to invest all of my time in myself, or we're both unfulfilled. That's just the reality. So therefore, invest in your motherfucking self. That's just what I'm just keeping 100 because I'm a 100 ass nigga. What happens when you invest in her is you stop investing in yourself, your testosterone levels lower, which now what? Now that your testosterone levels are lower and you're not as horny or attracted to her per se because your testosterone's lower, you're not going to be taking her on dates. You're not going to be popping up with random flowers. You're not going to be rizzing her up. You're going to be a goofball all the time around her. It's going to make her coochie dry. You're not going to be able to maintain an erection. It's going to make her coochie dry. She doesn't actually want that because once that happens, guess what? Checkmate. She's on to the, man, listen. Now she's looking for the next nigga. Why? Because what she wants is a strong, dominant man. Why? Because he talks about comfort, right? And for a minimal time, your words can be comforting. For a minimum time. But for actual comfort, the only thing that will make her actually comfortable is your ability. Your ability as a man, which is what separates you from her, is the only thing that will actually make her comfortable. Is how able you are. So get your mind right. Get your head out the gutter. It was your fault anyways. You over here expecting to get the right clues and cues about what being a man is from a woman was your own fault. That was your own mistake. Like, how could you expect? How can it be possible that you're going to learn how to be a man from a woman? How? That's your fault, brother. Don't blame her. She's emotional. Of course she's going to believe in her own opinion. She's emotional. And the more that you listen, the more she's going to become to believe that she the best thing since sliced bread when it comes to giving some knowledge and information about manhood to men. That's your fault. Let me wash my hands with some soap. You know what I mean? So don't get it confused. Don't get it confused at all. Especially, let me tell you something. Especially in this American system, do not get it confused. Here's why. Listen here. You might think you're the king of all simps because you got $100 million, right? Well, at the end of the day, I have $100 million and he doesn't. Boom, she shot out one baby. Boom, she divorced you. Now she has $50 million. Guess what? Guess what she's using that $50 million to do? She's gonna give me 5. Trust me, she's gonna give me 5. She's gonna give me 5. Me. That's the reality. That's the American system. That's how it works. I mean, you're losing half, brother. You're losing half. So if you go and you try to make more money, which I am, you should try to make more money, but the goal shouldn't be I'm making more money to get more women. The goal is I'm making more money to give myself more resources to make a better me out of me. But if you're trying to make more money to get more access to women, all that's really going to happen is you're going to make more money, you're going to get hustled, scammed, and your money's going to end up in my pockets. That's just the reality. And with your money, I'm going to make myself even better. And then the me with $5 million will have more access to women than the you left with $50 million. And the next woman you get will take your $50 million and turn it to 25. Give 5 to me, I'll have 10. And the gap will get smaller and smaller. You know what I mean? And it'll keep going like that until I have more money than you. And guess who I've invested in? Oh, I've invested in myself. Why? Because, motherfucker, that's what life teaches you to do. Who's breathing air for me? Now, I'll give to who has breathed air for me. Thank you, mama. At one point, you breathed air for me, so I owe you. Thank you, daddy. At one point, you kept your nuts constitutionally strong so you could have this strong seed. I owe you. Outside of that, you know what I mean? I want to thank God and my ancestors. Outside of that, and everybody who assisted my ancestors. I even thank your ancestors, the ones that was communal and assisted my ancestors. Boom. So I got a lot of gratitude. But guess who I don't owe nothing to? Well, I owe something to, but I don't owe my liberties to. I don't owe my liberties to you. When I breathe in air for me. I have more appreciation for the trees than you niggas. I'm gonna keep it 100. Not necessarily. See, I don't want y'all to think it's grim like that. Because humanity help humanity. Gotta recognize we got systems that's built by other humanity, so I appreciate mankind. And I appreciate womankind. But the point is, I have to give to myself first. You know what I mean? You gotta get these oats proteins. Rice and eggs. See, I get the oats I get because they got lamb ram, quinoa, flaxseed, all of that in it. All of that in it. Making it a full capacity amino acids. And the best carbs you can ask for. I did that. Exactly. That grass fed hits your spirit different. See, we got to get right. I love women. That's why I don't listen to them. I promise you. I've been watching this shit, man. Listen, I studied my mama like the Bible on everything. That woman ain't know what she wanted. All she knew was what made her comfortable. That's what most women know. What make them comfortable today, not tomorrow. But they want a lifetime of comfort. To want a lifetime of comfort, you gotta first make sure that you is top tier, because women are not comfortable when they're not top tier. If you want to be top tier, sweetheart, you're gonna have to be motivated and inspired consistently by other women. Period. The same way we men in the workforce are motivated and inspired consistently by other men. Why? Because we want to be the best at what we do. That's us being motivated and inspired by other men consistently. Y'all got to figure out what it is that can make you be motivated and inspired by other women. Oh, the fact that they got access to your nigga. Absolutely, of course. Because she thought her momentary comfortability was the all be it all. Your momentary comfortability can turn into your permanent distress. World tells us this in so many ways. How many of y'all have super high added sugar intakes? You get that momentary comfortability, then you crash. Then you get high blood pressure, diabetes. Then you got one limb missing because you got it amputated to save your life. Smoke weed or smoke in general daily. Boom, you get that little boost. You say you're at peace. Next thing you know, your vein system, your vascular system is letting you down. Your nutrients can't travel as they should. You're under-energized. You're damaged. Your meat stick don't work. Your coochie not getting wet like the other women's who don't smoke. You're distressed. Same thing for alcohol, any hard drug. Video games. Hours and hours of doom scrolling. I'm saying, another thing a lot of people do to cope. Everybody I get around, they be like, how you live your life without listening to music all the time? I don't listen to no music until I'm around people that's listening to music. You know why? It's a depressant. It's an escape mechanism. Everything that is an escape forces your body to numb its actual coping tools, which are your hormones. Cope maxing. It's killing your natural hormone production. I don't do none of that shit daily. I sit with my thoughts. You know why? Because the mind leads. And you better have a strong leader. I keep my shit sharp. It's real sharp. We going in the right direction now. Gotta understand that. Got to. Now, chances are, right? Because I'm a realist. I'll be having my phone over there on the charger. I know my notifications be popping up. It's a chance. It's modern day women. It's a chance. My girlfriend already found my channel, and she already see my shit. Everything I'm saying could be bad for me. It's honest though. It's a chance. It's a big chance, in my opinion. It's a huge chance. I know how this, man, listen, man. I know how this shit goes. It's a huge chance. My phone be on her side of the room. It's a huge chance. At the end of the day, I'm not denying, that's just what it is, though. I'm not being inauthentic because at the end of the day, that detaches you from God, son. I don't care what nobody say in this godless world. Motherfuckers do not know God. Niggas know religions. God is way too real for a lot of these fake ass motherfuckers. I gotta keep this shit 100. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll put myself at risk of being plotted against, sneak attack, sneak angle, all of that by posting this honest content. Thing about me is, nigga, I'm gonna be at peace regardless because just like I know that, it's just like I know at the end of the day, everything I'm doing and saying is honest. And based off of the honesty that I'm stacking up into my brain and living based off of, it is making me better. At the end of the day, I take 20K steps a day. I make over 6 figures. I lift heavy weights, strong weights. I have full range of motion. I have an over 8.5, 9-inch penis. It's nice and thick as well, fat tipped. Very stimulatory penis. I know how to use it. You're gonna orgasm at least 3 times per session. If you're more sensitive, more healthy woman, you're gonna orgasm about 14 to 15 times. I have nice ratios that attracts many women. And everything that I just named is only improving and most likely improving for at least the next 11 years. That's the reality. So, because of that, and the fact that I'm able to have these disciplines while being opportunely positioned in America, and not poverty America, but access America. Not saying full access, I can get and have access to whatever I want. Well, whatever I want, yes, I don't have crazy wants. But whatever I need, I got it. Because of that, in these genes that I got, the reality is, and the mindset I got, I'm a top 5%er. Top 5%er. And when I get more wealthy, I'll easily jump into 0.05%er. And if I get wealthy enough, I might just be the top guy. So because of that, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping off of putting myself in that position. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to find anyone better than me. You may find someone that you perceive to be better in a minute way for a small moment. But when it's all said and done, you're going to be lining up to the fountain. But where you might do yourself a disservice is you may prove yourself disloyal, and then you gotta wait in this long. You ever went to the line and it's like, damn, I have VIP access. I have VIP access to this nigga. I could just walk in his crib. I had the VIP access. And now you gotta wait in the line. And it's a line wrapped around the city. The whole city in line. And now you ain't got no access. I'm gonna be honest. That's all that could happen when somebody try to maneuver some shit with me because of my authenticity and my honesty. That's all that can happen is you could be in the back of the line. Now you gotta wait in line, and people keep earning. And now while you trying to get to the front of the line, it's people out here earning VIP access for a moment. Some of them is holding on to it because they learning the lessons from the others. Others aren't. But while they got that VIP access, the line ain't even moving. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? So I know who I am. I'm aware of it. And you can't argue it down. It is what it is. And I'm standing on business. I'm standing on it. I'm standing on my value. Period. Can't take it away from me. Amen. Gotta get that. You see, I invest in these things. I got my vitamin D. I got my maca, black maca, ashwagandha. I got zinc. I got beetroot extract. I got ginseng, panic ginseng. I got shilajit. I invest in all of these things. See, I found out what I was utilizing that was overdoing it. I don't need the vitamin B. I don't need the vitamin B complex. I get vitamin B toxicity when I use that. But all this other shit, just do it. You do orange juice to increase absorption. You could also do cranberry juice to increase the absorption. But what also you can do to increase the absorption is go ahead and peel you an orange, a fat one though. Go ahead and get you a fat orange, a fat body orange. Man, fat body orange. See, the juice is great, but the orange itself is better for capsules because it's going in your mouth and down your throat in solid form, like the capsule, which is triggering the senses of your food breakdowners to come in and smash it on its head. It's going to be a direct hit shot. You dig? And that's how it goes. Eat that orange. It's not about being normal. The norm is a very low standard. Trust me. The norm is a very low standard. Look at that. Me too. You know what I do when I'm over there? Once I see her ready to doze off, turn that TV off. She finna doze off. I'm turning that TV off. And that's that on that. You're supposed to be sleeping, resting, and recovering. You really can only maximize sleep if you sleep in silence. To not maximize sleep is to not maximize life. To not maximize life, what is the point of living? You understand me? What's the point? You're not finna maximize this shit. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? Now for this live stream, I believe I got 9 more minutes. She told me she smokes before work and eats all the cookies. That's crazy. See, we got 9 more minutes of this live, right? After these 9 minutes is up, I'm gonna post this live public. I'm gonna post the last live public, and I'm gonna go walk for at least an hour. Just walking out in the sun. Allowing myself to be inspired by the beautiful women I walk past. You know, the healthy things. Getting the sunlight, getting the steps in, keeping my mind at peace. I ain't gonna be listening to no music. I'm also be observing humanity, seeing what's going on with folks, wondering why, till the answer comes. Oh yeah, and I invest in these probiotics. There is no good hormonal health without good gut health. I also invest in amino acids with electrolytes. Because water alone does not hydrate, my friends. And before you have a protein deficiency, you actually probably have an amino acid deficiency. Also, it's harder for your body to break down and absorb proteins than it is to build proteins from amino acids. Don't worry about it, I got you. But I just stepped on the scale. I ain't even rushed through my weight. Let's see. Coming in at 207.2. This is great, because after the New Year's, we getting right back into that gym. We'll have a full recovery by then. And it's looking good. It's looking like we're gonna start off probably waking up around 204, 205. And by the time it's time for us to have another little rest period from the gym, we'll probably be 210. And now that I know that I'm about, here's the thing. I don't know if that place where I measured at 6'2" and 3/4, I don't know if the floor was slanted or not, but I know that a person in there measured at 6'1" and 1/4. That also measured in at 6'2" and 1/2 at the doctor. So with that being said, I could be 1 1/4 inch taller, which would put me at 6'4". So I don't know which one yet. I guess I'll have to go to the doctor and figure it out. Yeah, exactly. Make your own content, your content of wisdom. That's how I did it. Listen. The reason why I have this channel, the reason why I created YouTube and started YouTube in general, was because I recognized that content creators are creating content. They're not promoting lifestyle. So I said I'm gonna promote lifestyle. Why? Because if I do want to engage in watching content, I'm gonna watch my own. Because I know one thing about my content is it will prepare me and inspire me and motivate me to be better in life. And that's what it's about. That's just what it's about. No ifs, ands, or bitterness, nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out the next time I go to the doctor, because if I'm 6'2" and 3/4, aka 6'3", I think I'm gonna try to be anywhere from 215 to 220 is where I'm gonna really say, you know what, cool. Now, at that weight, my huge focus will be functionality maxing before I start trying to gain more weight. I'm gonna just functionality max. Like, I mean maximize functionality. But if I'm 6'4", then that weight will be about 230, 225 to 235. Functionality maxing becomes the big focus. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna get my compound lifts. I'm still gonna get my compound lifts. It's just the prioritization of be functionality maxing. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't want to get freakishly big. There is no win for me in that. Why? I'm never going to use steroids. Therefore, I'm never going to make multi-millions bodybuilding. And also, I don't believe it's a good exchange to make multi-millions and lose yourself. I'm doing this to be the primal example of the best male specimen. Why? Because it has its reward. Trust me. Actually being the best man is better than dressing yourself up as the best man. Trust me. Dressing yourself up as the best man just leads to women, the ideal mate, expecting more than what you're capable of from you and being more turned off by you. Actually becoming the best man leads you to shock women out of their socks and they draws and investing inside of you or into you. It is what it is. May your insides come to your outsides, no homo. So the choice is yours. Which one do you want to be? Do you want to be the facade or do you want to be the face? Saying? So you gotta get right. Once again, it's the homes' concerns, escaping the maze, alone at peace. Silverback home, whatever lies you know me as, touching lives around the world, motivating, inspiring. Just know I'm about to walk for like an hour and a half plus. I mean, just to do it before I come home and wash clothes and then cook lunch. You feel me? That's what I'm about to be doing outside in the sunlight, walking. Getting them steps in, 20K a day, gang. It is what it is, nigga. This year, I've been 19.3K per day. And just to let you know, when I'm over here pacing during these lives, I don't have my phone. And I be charging my phone at work at a lot of different times. It's a lot of steps that I got in that was not, calculated because I haven't had my phone on me. Therefore, I'm most likely 20K a day, gang, for the year. It is what it is. This isn't a week for me. It isn't a month for me. This isn't a challenge, nigga. This is a lifestyle. I can prove it. I already done showed y'all it in my post. I can show you again. This is what I do. So, before you look at the motherfucker that's making a trendy video talking about how many steps a day you need. I just want to let you all know, it's no fluff in what I do. Any proof you need from me about me, nigga, or about these little shits, nigga, this is not a challenge. This is a lifestyle. I can provide evidence. Y'all be easy. If you're a newcomer, make sure you like, subscribe, put on the post notifications, and start to become your best self. I'm out. Be easy. We might have reached 100 subs. If so, you're going to see the Discord drop. I'm out of here.